Yeah, start recording.
I'm
ready. I'll get the timer ready as well.
That was fucking criminal, yes.
I was in music class. I was shit, but I remember that was not.
That was not part of the curriculum, bro. It's my own way.
That was never.
I don't know what my professor told me. What is this?
This is Mystery Talks.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. This is Mystery Talks podcast, episode number 8. We've gone this far so far, and we're not quitting. Okay, we
never gonna stop me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm your host. You already know me. Everybody already knows us. I'm your host, Ty Express, with my lovely co-hosts as usual, Guy 1 and Guy 2.
By the way,
last
I
episode.
dressed especially for you guys.
You did?
Yeah, I just escaped jail. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm here for you guys. So this is a
cares.
special episode.
Thank you.
No one cares. Let Ty.
Yeah. Let me finish my shitty intro. My beautiful shitty intro. Okay, it's finished now.
Continue.
We're into the episode now.
All right, let's get it.
I just want to say last episode, okay, we left our viewers on a cliffhanger.
Previously on Mystery Talks.
These aliens, I think they're actual demons.
Interesting.
Right? And I can explain why, but if I go into this rabbit hole, this can be for a whole other episode, and I'll sound like a conspiracy theorist.
Let's leave it on a hook.
Do we have a final message for the audience?
No. We are not done. Guy 2 explicitly asked me to provide this question in the podcast. And for the people who stuck around listening, I think you will really like this. Okay.
What's the question?
Now, what would happen if one of the members of Mystery Talks leaves?
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah,
and
it was a good episode.
It was a very good episode. I mean, when do we not do a good episode?
Of course. The first Mystery Talks, baby.
Exactly. But the mystery about the cliffhanger is about to be revealed right now.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Now, I did say, well, we were on a little bit of a debate, on why aliens, do they exist or not, whatever. Now, I said something a little bit controversial. Maybe it's not the most popular opinion amongst, certain people. I don't know, but I said, and again, this is I don't know if it's like a hot topic, but or a controversial topic, but the reason why I said aliens are actually demons, it has to do a lot with biblical prophecies. Okay, so this is, if you're a Christian watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But wait.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off. Before you go on, let's just explain to them, for people who didn't watch last episode. Okay, just imagine.
Please watch,
someone
please.
Right now watch. Yeah. Like,
yeah, we'll leave a link right around here. Actually, it's gonna be right here.
Yeah.
Right.
You definitely gotta watch
right
it.
here. Click right here to watch that video.
If you don't click it, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Anyways.
Okay.
So
he might do it. I usually defend to like the opposite of him, but he actually might kill you. So please watch it.
Yeah. So, like Guy 1 was saying, I think it was you, Guy 1, last episode. You said something about, would you rather we are the only one in the planet, or something like that, or like there's aliens.
Yeah, we can go over that question. And then, I think we can let Ty finish his clickbait sentence.
And then Ty said that aliens are actually demons.
Yeah. So the actual question, would it be scarier if there was many aliens, like races, different types of races of aliens all over the galaxy and the universe?
Millions and billions of civilizations all over the universe, not just one or two.
Exactly.
Billions.
So we live in the Marvel universe. Or we're the only ones. We're the only ones, and there's no life out there but us, and it's a completely fine-tuned universe for us.
Just us.
And then you didn't say exactly.
So my answer was, if I recall correctly, I think my answer was that I would prefer, and I think I like it this way, that we are the only ones. And again, this goes back to biblical knowledge and understanding of our fine-tuned universe. And YA said that demons, and why the government is pushing so much right now, the question of aliens. I always like to think that they're trying to mask or hide some sort of truth. They're trying to, something's happening somewhere else, so they're pushing this thing so we get it's a distraction. That's what I was trying to say. And
Interesting.
yeah,
Right.
so I think that's what they're doing right now. And now I would like to talk about why I said this. So, why are aliens demons? Well, a long time ago, and actually I'll pull it up. Well, I can't pull it up, but the editor will pull it up. There's a man called that goes by the name. Well, he's not alive anymore, but he went by the name of Aleister Crowley. Okay. He was a English occultist, so he was like part of a cult, also philosopher. I'm just reading off Google right now.
Was he part of KKK?
Was he? I don't know. Maybe, but he was an elite.
Bro, what the fuck?
He was an elite,
Yeah, bro.
basically.
What?
He was an elite, and
That's
he
the
was.
only clan I know.
It's a good clan.
Well, there's TYT and other clans that were known, but not as much as KKK.
Wow. Okay, let's continue.
So back to this man, Aleister Crowley. So he was an Englishman, and he was part of a cult. He wrote a book. He wrote a couple of books, actually. But in one of his, let's say, quote unquote, ceremonies where he would make these satanic rituals, and he was with a bunch of people, right? In one of these rituals, he tried summoning a demon, which he,
Whoa.
The narrative says that he was successful at that. He was successful, and yeah, that's a big no-no. Now, when we think of aliens, okay, so back to the aliens question, but also I'm going to connect the dots here. So just keep in mind when I say the word alien, what is a picture that comes to head, right? Just picture an alien right now.
E.T.
Guy 1 and
Okay.
Guy 2.
So that picture of an
expose yourself
alien,
first.
right?
Oh.
This guy drew on paper the demon that he summoned, okay?
Okay.
So,
And what
okay.
did that look like?
well, it is a very interesting looking demon. And again, aliens are very popular in Hollywood, movies, everywhere, And we have
One
that
question,
picture.
Is it hot? Is it hot?
Well, I can tell you this, and for our
What a
viewers at home,
unrelated question.
well,
What
wait.
a unrelated question.
What?
The fuck?
I just want to know. I just want to know.
Whoa.
if it's hot. Are
For-
aliens hot?
Are you really that? Are you that down bad, bro?
Well, listen, for our
Yeah.
viewers at home, watching on the
I kind of want
tele
to know too.
or on the phone, it's not the three-titted, beautiful alien that you're thinking of. It's
What?
not that. Okay, it's not that kind of alien. Okay, it's not like Futurama. It's not the one-eyed girl with the It's not that. It's not what it looks like.
Oh, she's so hot. Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't want.
I don't know how I can pull this up, but I
Wait,
want
give me a
everyone at
picture
home.
though,
Well,
like-
you guy 1 and guy 2. Actually, I'm gonna send
Yeah.
the link, okay? And
We'll-
then
we'll
the
post the
editor
picture.
will pull
Yeah,
it up.
editor, please post.
Thank you, editor. We love
Okay.
you.
Yeah, we
So
appreciate you, and we'll pay
I
you
just
one day.
sent the
Don't worry about it.
picture. That's the
You get
demon
paid.
that Aleister
You'll get paid.
drew from summoning, from doing his satanic ritual.
Uh-huh.
I think the
I just said-
image
What
will
was it you
shock
said?
you a little bit.
Wow. Okay. Holy shit. This kind of does look like Mega Man.
Wow.
So
I
it's
mean-
the big head,
Yeah.
the eyes, it's so the
Wait,
picture
is
we'll put it
Megamind-
right here. The picture we'll put it right here. There's gonna be a
Is
picture of
Mega
that.
Mind inspired by this? Do you guys think?
It might
Uh,
be. I mean, Thai
And
Express
Megamind
was
is
saying
an alien.
Hollywood.
And
yeah,
and
Hollywood
Megamind
follows
is an
this.
alien.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
crazy.
I think Hollywood is a really good representation of these ongoing discussions we have. And man, that drawing, not gonna lie, although it's not hot, very hideous in fact, it's a really interesting drawing. I don't know why, but every alien always has a big head. And what's under the head, we don't know. Don't know.
And keep in mind the name as well, right? The name of this person, Aleister Crowley, right?
Oh my god.
Aleister Crowley. So they took some inspiration in the name alien. They just changed the sounding in the syllable.
Ooh.
But again,
Actually, that's not a conspiracy. That's another fucking like.
that's just you
Wow.
know
Sense.
Alien
some,
truth revealed. This origin of aliens come from this guy.
Wait, okay, so you, because I don't really agree with this, but now I kind of understand it. But so you're saying aliens are not real; they're just fabricated by humans.
well okay, so the I guess the definition of alien is just something that's not of this planet, right? But the aliens that are they're kind of shoving down our throats, you know, this propaganda. What they're portraying to us is not the aliens that, you know, you would normally think, you know, a species from a different planet. That's not what they're showing us. And again, with the government right now doing all this crazy satanic propaganda all over the world, this new world order, right? And you see it all over with in the music industry, in Hollywood, two of the most influential places where young people, young adults, I mean everyone, they grow up and watch. I mean, it's all over the place. So it's getting pushed so much that it's just it's an evil plan. There's like it's an agenda, and I don't know what they're trying to do exactly, why they would do this. I mean, one would say for control, but it's
I do want to
just
say something.
yes.
Yeah. Even if, you know, there is this satanic agenda when it comes to this alien, and we can all obviously go over the discussions of, you know, like what aliens are and what it is. I think a key thing that I always keep in mind nowadays, I don't know about you guys, but like all these theories and stuff where like, I don't know, they just sound so weird. It's like, yeah, we can talk about them, but I always want the viewers in home to always think, you know, like these are topics to sort of think about and be aware, but really this is not going to affect your day-to-day life.
Correct.
So,
And to add on, we'll just put a full disclaimer here, okay? These are not facts, okay? This is not to hurt or you know, damage any company or body or anything. These are not facts. This is just information for you to absorb and take it as your own, okay?
It's information.
So
right?
Matrix, don't come after us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, before I say my point, guy one, very good microphone there. And
thank you.
And
very nice.
It's a new added tool to the components.
So investment. So basically, things like this might not affect you right now, but it doesn't mean it won't affect you in the future, because as you
so
can
what
see,
you think they're gonna come and take us over?
Well, I don't know. Like, look at what they did with COVID, right? It wasn't something that would affect you, but it did for like 2-3 years. So you never know.
So be open-minded, eh?
Maybe, yeah, consider it. Obviously, things we're saying might not be true, might not be exactly what you think. Just take them to heart, or just have these thoughts in your head that this is a possibility, that what they're saying is not really the truth most of the times. Make up your own.
In the meanwhile, you can just be living your life. But if Guy 1 takes off his mask and is an alien, we'll know that this conversation is very important.
Yeah, so for the viewer at home, you just gotta ask yourself, does the government have the best interest at heart for the population? Okay. Subtle sponsorship there.
Yep. Our new sponsor for today, Prime. Oh, look at that.
Right.
So Guy 1 and Guy 2 are agents of the Matrix. I'm actually not an agent of the Matrix, and I'm actually sponsored by Naked.
Don't show
okay.
it. Don't show it.
Hey, we do not condone that.
Editor, blur that.
Blur it.
There you go. This is
healthy.
This is healthy.
Drink Prime.
So we're
Let's
just
go.
gonna take a commercial break for 1 second.
Healthy.
So today we're sponsored by this this drink. It's not bad, not gonna lie.
It's got many flavors, and
Agents of the
it's pretty
Matrix.
nice.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of overhyped, but it's not bad. It's better than Gatorade, and that's all you
Yeah.
know. It's
Gets you pumped
yeah.
up, and if you go out, this is a really good pre-workout to be alive.
Stay
Trust me,
healthy.
Also-
sources.
it's-
Trust me, bro.
If you're walking around with one of the prime bottles, you'll get more. It's a chick magnet. You'll get more bitches. So, it's
Yeah.
a proven fact by Thai.
Yeah, I don't know what Thai Express is showing. It must be Gatorade rival, but drink prime.
Yeah.
Stay naked,
So
my
anyways.
friends.
So, anyways, do you guys have
Aliens.
anything else to add about aliens,
Yeah.
or can we move to our next topic?
I think if I saw an alien, I wouldn't know what
Mhm.
to think, but I would want to see if I could treat it like a human. Because imagine having a homie and a friend that's alien. That would just be so sick. Like,
Kind of like the movie, what's it called? Paul?
oh yeah,
Paul the
Paul.
alien.
what a freaking movie.
Bro,
It's
but
a good
imagine, imagine like the alien.
Yeah.
You don't know that they're basically the guy next to you is an alien, right? He is pretending
You
to
never
be
know.
a human.
Yep.
Exactly.
imagine
Just
I'm
as
alien
you,
right
you
now,
never
right?
know if the guy next to you could be a demon.
That's
Always be aware.
Very true.
Surround yourself
Yeah.
with good people, good energy. That way you can
Exactly.
have the lowest risk of encountering
And
demons.
Satan himself is not actually, this big looking, hideous demon figure. He's gonna disguise himself in a beautiful human
it's
form.
Lucifer, you know the
Yeah.
Netflix show.
Yeah,
Lucifer?
exactly. There you go. Exactly.
What is Satan portrayed as? Like a handsome guy who gets a bunch of girls, who is rich,
Oh, yeah.
who has
Who can get anything?
Me.
who has power. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Always be aware. Be aware of who's around you. Maybe the most good-looking person is Satan himself. That's all for me. I think this was a good transition.
Okay,
brings
and
the
that was it
topic.
for today's episode, guys. Comment down below, leave a like. Stay tuned for next
I
one.
want to say something.
What?
So, basically, we all know a friend group that consists of 3 people, right?
Us
And
three.
sometimes-
Yay.
Yeah, well, we're not really friends, are we? But
What? All right, I'm leaving.
okay, well that's the thing.
Well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk
What?
about that, exactly, yeah. But one might say, related to the thing we were saying about demons, one person leaving the group might... The reason why they left is because they got conquered by demons. And they actually converted, right?
Ooh, what
So-
topic are we talking about, Guy 2? Please be more specific, please.
Well,
Thank
okay,
you.
let's say right now we're a trio, right? One of us leaves. What's gonna happen? And who would it be? Who do you guys think would be the first one
What
to
happens if one of us leaves this chat? Well, I
Chat,
think
yeah.
personally, chat.
leave it in,
I
in
think-
the comments.
Yeah, leave in the comments who you think. We obviously know the answer. You know what I mean?
Pause
But
pause the video right now. Comment who you think out of guy 1, guy 2, or Ty would leave first.
or neither. Maybe we're just so loyal. But I think we are friends because we support the message of Mystery Talks podcast, where we encourage others to enjoy learning information as well as asking very deep and important questions of the ravels of
Oh
the
shit!
world.
I'm sorry, I missed it. It
Yeah.
starts with. Okay. Holy shit! Wait, please. It starts with this. Like, can you do it? I don't want to disrespect it.
Oh, you mean
fuck.
the cross? So it's in
I
the name
mean,
of the
sorry,
Father,
I mean,
Son, and the
yeah,
Holy
yeah.
Spirit.
Please. Fuck.
That's
Wow.
it.
Do your research, Guy 2. That's very shameful.
Yeah.
And I think the lack of research is why Guy 2 will leave, because he doesn't care. He's an alien. He can
You
do
know-
whatever he wants.
You know what? I'm
You know
just
what I
gonna
mean,
go
Ty?
ahead and expose Guy 2 right now. We were just having a talk before, and he only cared about the
No.
numbers. He was saying, you know what, guys? I'm so proud that one video went viral.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
exposed.
Which
There you go.
yeah, and when there was no views,
Fuck.
you know, and
No,
we weren't
it's
getting
because
paid
I got-
money, he didn't care.
I got
He was
emotional
like, oh,
for 1 second.
fuck
I got
you.
emotional. I forgot we were doing a video, and so please forgive me. But okay, so getting back to the topic, who would leave first?
I don't think I could ever leave. I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving. We are all Leonardo DiCaprio here in Wolf of Wall Street. I don't think
Yeah.
we leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, because
I'm
that's what
Leo.
happens, though.
Guy 1 is
Yeah.
Nar. Guy 2 is Do.
Okay.
Facts,
Who the
facts,
fuck is
facts.
Doe? Who's Doe? The fat guy?
Retard.
I would just say Leonardo, but like divided into 3.
Yeah, there's no
Oh
character
my
named
God.
Nar.
Oh
Yeah,
my
there
Yeah,
you go. Get the
Nardo.
joke.
Yeah. Well,
Not
Leonardo is
retarded.
also like from the Ninja Turtles.
True.
Yeah. Which
I
is
think
a
the
very
only
good
way
character.
I think the only way someone would leave would be Guy 2 if he got sponsored by Prime. He would leave the channel and fumble us because he wants the money. I think Guy 2, you should clarify. Are you here for the money? Question mark. Let's be honest,
mean-
bro. Let's not lie. Or sister.
I mean, as we can see right now, our channel is doing very good numbers. That doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. It's doing very
Very good
big
numbers.
It's
Yeah,
pulling
that does
very
not
good
make
numbers. Yes.
Okay, there.
Doesn't-
It's
Okay.
making
It-
it's making
it's
good.
making very good.
It's making you happy because you only care
Yeah.
about views. Do you? Question mark.
So exactly. As we
Guy
can see
2
right now, we're
happy,
making-
numbers good.
Yes.
This is why I might leave, man. I'll bring out the top. You know what? I'm gonna leave. Fuck this shit.
Hey.
Fuck you. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna expose both of you. I'm gonna basically start my own channel called. What would I call it? I don't know.
I'll tell you what
Guy-
it's gonna
Guy
call.
2 talks.
It's gonna be Guy
Guy
2.
2. It's just gonna be Guy 2, and then it's like this is what's gonna happen, right? Theoretically, right? I never hope this happens, but in another dimension, we fall apart. Argument happens, and then Guy 2 basically sees that he has an opportunity to get more views by himself. He leaves. He becomes this massive corporation. He becomes the next Mr. Beast, and then he leaves his friends behind. And then at the same time, Guy 2 one day falls, and then Guy 1 and Thai Express basically come at the same level, and they're like, "Told you, bro. You should have waited."
Yeah.
Why? Because Guy 2 sold his soul.
Why do I think that you would be friends with Chris from Mr. Beast?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Guy 2.
That is a fucking insult. I will never take that shit. I take that shit seriously. Never disrespect me like that, bro.
So, would you be friends or would you rather fight Chris from Mr. Beast?
Well,
Why it's taking so long to answer?
Gonna have some music
like I was saying, that's what I would do.
What would you do?
I just
You
said it.
can't escape. You can't escape this. You gotta answer the question, Guy 2. Would you rather be friends with Chris from Mr. Beast or fight
Chris
from
Hansen.
Mr.
I
Beast?
really like Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is a very good character. Not a character. I mean, good guy. He basically exposed my uncle the other year, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll speak on behalf of Guy 2. He would probably beat the shit out of Chris, and I fully support it.
Yeah.
That way we can have equality, right? You want equality in men and women's sport? Let us.
Sponsored by Naked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
do it
this is-
naked. Why not?
Chris is so far fucked. He's I can't even call him Chris. It's a fucking creature. It should be it's
Looks like we found Guy 2's arch nemesis, Ty.
No,
Yeah.
it can't be my nemesis. Nemesis is like the same level. Bro, it has to be like a certain level, like maybe money wise.
It has to be, a worthy match for it to be your
Yeah,
nemesis,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Man to
it's-
man.
Yeah.
It's like if Mike Tyson challenges, let's say, fucking,
Dylan Mulvaney.
or like Pineda. I don't know if you guys know Pineda. It's not fair. It's
Yeah. So there's not a arch nemesis. Okay. All right.
no.
So
no.
Ty, I want to ask you.
Yes.
Would you be in this podcast if you knew one of us would have the balls and emotionality to get mad and leave?
Yes. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Did you ask me if I would leave?
Did you join this pot? Would you have joined this? Okay, are you gonna leave?
No. So I'm not gonna leave. Also,
Good.
you brought up, people. Okay, there's two reasons, or I mean, there's a couple of reasons why someone would leave the podcast. One of them we know is maybe money, like guy two, greed, maybe,
Oh,
fame. So these are all factors
Wow.
that could change people. So it
I'll
can
do
change.
anything for clout.
So those three things, when the person changes, it'll change the dynamic of the group, and when the dynamic of the group changes, the flow changes, right? The exchange of ideas. There's no common ground anymore. Let's say we're not agreeing anymore. We're getting into fights. Things are getting out of control. Maybe one person wants to take more of a cut because they're technically, let's say, more famous or more powerful in the group, or they. So there's so many things that could happen, but when chaos comes apart, when chaos comes down and rains down on you, I think there is an art of staying calm and collected when when there's that huge storm and things are going to shit. You always have to know that the sun will shine eventually. So you need to know how to control your emotions. You need to know how to stay calm. And sometimes you need to just accept the fact that maybe people are gonna be two-faced sometimes. Maybe people will, backstab you, will sometimes will fuck you over, will do things that you never expected them to do. And so that's sometimes you need to just accept that, okay, maybe everyone will do this to you. So when it does happen, you won't feel a thing because you already expected it. You'll be happier that way. But some might say, no, don't do that because you need to expect higher of people. And okay, I see we have some questions in the classroom right now. Guy one, go ahead.
Thank you.
I raised my hand.
Okay, guy two.
Thank you so much.
Want to go into
you said
tension
my
again?
name.
Okay, relax. Guy one, please go ahead.
Ty, this is why we
Don't
love
make me
him.
expose you, principal. I know your dirty little secrets.
Whoa.
Let's not talk about Miss Monica from the janitor closet,
No.
alright? Let's
Miss Monica was the beginning. There's more. Anyways.
My goodness.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead, Taiwan.
so-
Go.
one key thing that Ty brought up really well when it comes to the art, like backstabbing, right? Like you're in a group of people and you think that you guys have a loyalty and bond to where your sort of creed and values align, right? And that trust, obviously you want it to be built over time, but I think one thing that a lot of people don't look over are signs that
True.
people sort of display and exhibit when it comes to that sort of backstabbing behavior where being selfish, things like the fame and doing things for themselves rather than thinking of the whole collective group is something you really need to be aware of because eventually it will happen. It's just recognizing when in your specific situation it's going to happen. And I think just being aware of that is really important and it will save you a lot of trouble and will kick the right people out and introduce the right people in because really it's people who recognize that will bring in the right people because they know what good things are around you.
Correct. So yeah, exactly. Very well put, guy one. So it's just
Thanks.
watching the little bread crumbles
now your turn, guy two.
along the way. So now, guy two, go ahead.
Now it's your turn.
I was gonna kind of say basically something related to both of what you guys said. Arguments are going to happen, or what is it? How do you say it? Like, are bound to
Bound.
Are bound to happen.
Yeah, bound to happen. Exactly, bound to happen.
Like you and Miss Monica in the janitor's closet. Guy two.
Please blur that. And basically, what at the end of the day, what is important is intentions, because problems are gonna happen between people, right? But did the person mean to do it? Did the person go above the way to actually backstab you, or was it by accident? Again, backstabbing by accident is very rare,
Is that even
But
possible?
I would say maybe you think they backstabbed you, but they really didn't. It just maybe portrayed as it, right? Or like something where you kind of make it bigger than what it is. You have your own perspective. You don't really tell the other person. You don't communicate, and it just gets bigger and bigger, right? But like you said, there's signs, right? If someone's gonna backstab you, it doesn't matter if they're gonna do it now or later. There's gonna be signs. You can tell this person is not trustworthy. There's signs that this person is kind of shaky, right? But at the same time, it could be you could be two good friends, and something happens. There's an argument, and they cannot communicate. They cannot find the common ground to like basically just settle down. That kind of sounds gay, but they cannot just communicate their thoughts, and it. But they never had bad intentions. So I started judging people by their intentions, but because people are gonna upset you, right? That's about to happen. Do they mean it? So
People will commit actions maybe that they don't realize are bad, or so you look at the meaning behind those actions is what really matters. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because some things that matter to me doesn't necessarily matter to guy one or to you. So basically, I should not be judging them by what's important by me, but what is their intention like.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, everyone has their own world, right? And I think one thing that I advise people is, do the things you want to do because it's ultimately your perspective of life and you want to optimize your version of how you view life and the way you operate under. And that only comes if you are aware, and especially the idea of being reflective comes being calm. The art of staying calm specifically. And I think we should dive over that.
Yeah,
this whole idea.
You should elaborate because as
this is the way to help people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like if you're a common viewer, you can kind of see our personalities, and Ty is more calm, right? So I feel
he's
like
the principal,
you
you are the guy in
should
detention, guy too. And I'm the goody two shoes.
Now,
because I didn't make something with Miss Monica in the janitor's closet.
At least she was happy after she was with me, not with you. She was not happy. She was not smiling. Why?
Whoa.
Because you didn't finish.
Hey. Let's not discuss that here. We're talking about being calm. This is not calm. We need Ty to help us.
He's gonna kill us both.
Okay, so
yeah,
in every friend group, there's gonna be there's different personalities that kind of, they branch off one another and they create that perfect dynamic, that perfect trio. Let's say in our case, so you were saying, we have different personalities. I have more of a calm personality.
yeah.
But in every group, in every scenario, there needs to be a little bit of everything. Like, if, let's say we're talking about, I don't know, a country, a leader ruling over a country, and he's going into battle against another country, but this leader is very calm and collected, and so. But he needs to have, his sub-leaders, his commanders, generals, captains, and if they're all also calm and collected, it's not gonna look too well, right? It's not something that you wanna just be or just have as a characteristic, a trait, because it can ultimately also do harm. It can do very good, but there needs to be exactly a balance, and that can be seen in group friends. Now, just a person itself can have that one trait, be very calm. So there's people that are a little bit of everything, but in group friends, there is that mix. So, guy 2, you're a little bit more, you're a little bit more jumpy. Let's say you're a little bit more, you're definitely a go-getter.
Everyone has their own thing, yeah.
Yeah, you're
Some
definitely
people
a
like
go-getter.
Chris. Some don't.
I would say I'm more passionate. So like whenever I talk about something that I really care about, I put more emphasis. So
yeah, correct. And
which is why we love you.
Exactly. Even though I don't know you
sometimes.
It's okay. Hate and love, same thing. It's the same meaning to me.
Oh,
Is
wow.
it?
Okay. That's it's pretty rude.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
I love you,
basically,
man.
this art of staying calm and collected will come in handy, I think, in everyone. Yes, you may now shake hands.
Thanks.
No, it was like that. I was
Settle
dapping
it.
up. I was dapping up. I wasn't like. Okay, sorry.
Continue. Sorry, Ty. We
Please-
just
please
made
continue.
peace.
Yes, made peace. Okay, settle the
love.
beef. No future beef. No
Also,
need
you
to,
don't
no
say
need
that.
for a boxing match. Okay. Now, where were we?
We know who Guy 2 is gonna box in the future, so
Oh
let's
yeah,
not
we
discuss that
definitely
anymore.
we
I'm
know
not
that, but
that
it wouldn't.
fucking
I don't think
transgender.
it would be a fair match, and I would put all my money in Guy too. That would be some
Same.
easy.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Jimmy from Mr. Beast, let's make it happen.
Yeah, that's
Or
right. That's
I might,
right.
I might fight
Son-
Ricegum. I think Ricegum is a better opponent.
that would honestly be a better opponent. Correct.
I don't know. I think there's a good story between Guy 2 and Chris from Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
True.
Jimmy, hit us in the
Creature from
DMs.
Mr.
More drama there.
Creature from Mr. Beast.
Press conference would be wild.
Oh
I
my
should
god,
say
with
that.
the mask. Imagine I
Ooh.
never take off the mask. I have to fight with the mask.
No, that's
Yeah,
that's
you
the
have to fight with
constraint.
the
That's
mask,
the
but even
constraint.
even
yeah.
with the
Oh my
mask,
God.
it'll be an easy fight.
Mask and headphones. That's like my.
Yeah, with mask,
That's-
headphones,
that's-
and the glasses.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay, that is a fair fight. Who wins?
No.
Up for next next
How's that even
podcast.
fair? That's insulting. How's that fair? What the fuck? Anyways,
I pay
please
money
tie
for it.
Please tie it. Please continue.
Oh yes. So where were we?
You were talking about how I'm more like jumpy, and you're gonna say something about Guy 1.
Yes, I was just saying how we
Yeah.
all have different personalities that branch off
Well,
of
how's
each
Guy
other
1? How's
and
Guy 1?
create,
personalities?
this perfect dynamic that just works,
Great,
right?
great.
Guy 1,
Please. Okay.
No, we already set it up for Guy 1, right?
No. Say it. No, you didn't say it. You didn't say it.
Oh, we did.
wait, we did say or we didn't? Or
Yeah,
Guy
we
1,
did.
did
We
you
should
want to
move on.
say? Did
We
you want to
didn't
say
say it,
something,
we-
Guy 1?
No.
No.
Ty, you were saying like how I'm jumpy. Okay, but how is?
Well, Guy 1, what would you consider yourself to,
No, you're
what do you
supposed
think
to
is your
say.
strongest
Thank-
characteristic?
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's really the
Autism.
focus on professionalism and not being jumpy and being able to facilitate appropriate conversations. No necessarily negative comments towards specific people.
basically the opposite of Guy 2.
Okay.
Everything
So-
Guy 2 is.
Guy
Exactly,
1
So that's why we're
definitely
yin and
has
yang, essentially.
something of order, and you're very organized, and
Thank you.
you're into the professionalism, you said, which I do see, and I think viewers
agree with
at
that,
home
yeah.
will
Thanks,
have
thanks.
noticed that pattern.
Yeah. So passion, professionalism, and obviously calmness. I think those are the three sort of traits that each one
Yeah.
is split.
Which this
And
is
we also
how
have
this is how this
consistency.
podcast was created, basically.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
the fruit, the essence of this podcast. This is what makes it the #1 podcast in the world.
Exactly. So being stoic,
handsome,
of course,
handsome.
is something that we all know. Yeah, of course, we're really good looking. I mean, we all look really pretty today, especially you,
There is-
Ty. I really like
Yeah.
Oh, thank
the
you.
way you
Ty,
put
Ty,
makeup
look
on
great.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the black on you right now.
So seductive. I love it.
Bloodsin.
And Guy 2, you have also a very nice smooth spot here in the head. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah. I shaved my head. The other
I like
Yeah,
it.
we all did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So stoicism is key, and we encourage folks to read up on that. And acting under emotion is obviously not the best thing. We know that.
Yes.
And trying to control that. You are gonna have emotions. Control it, and you'll be
I
good.
had a question. Because Ty, you are the calmest out of us three. What would you say are the cons of being calm? Because it seems like it is good to be calm in
Yeah.
some
What if
situations,
what if
right?
other people see you being calm as something bad? Is that possible?
Well, I would say because calmness in any certain circumstance is like the ideal way of handling things, right?
It's
Let's
the best
say
way for authority. Like if you're in an argument and you're
exactly.
calm,
You don't show
you are not
weakness.
gonna be the one that's weak because you can actually
Yeah.
handle what's being said as opposed to
Yes.
someone shouting right back.
But now,
Like, yeah, exactly.
here's the
What are
thing about that.
cons?
Yeah.
Now, again, let's say someone's shouting at you, or okay, you're shouting at someone, you know, you're angry about something, and the person that you're dealing with,
Sorry.
the
Sorry,
person,
okay, let's.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm just.
See, look how calm Ty is. See, he was talking,
I
guy
know,
two
I know.
interrupted him,
But
and
I want to add something to Ty. I want to make it more like, more cool. Like, let's say, okay, let's make a scenario. Right now, your girlfriend of 5 years comes up and says, "I want to break up," and she's crying. She's being all hysterical. Okay, and let's say guy one, you're the girlfriend.
sounds like real life experience.
Okay, guy one is
yeah,
the
very
girlfriend, so-
specific.
yeah.
Or I guess
why
not too
5
specific.
years?
And then guy two.
Why 5
I mean,
years?
no, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, Ty, you're the guy. So
Okay, I'm the girl.
please show demonstrate how this would work.
Okay, well, I'm not an actor, but basically, was it guy one or guy two that said that could it be well, there is cons.
the woman.
There is cons to being calm all the time, and when you're in an altercation, let's say someone's yelling at you, okay, there's a person that's yelling at you, and
you never loved me.
I don't know,
You
there was
never
something
cared
bad
about
that's
me.
going on.
I never liked you. You never loved me.
The person
Well
that
said.
is calm and collected and is not showing any, you know, reciprocation, not giving any feedback to this other person that's giving all this emotion,
reaction.
it's also tiring for that person. It's like, okay, why is this other
Mentally
person not
draining.
reacting? It's like gonna, yeah, mentally fuck them up, and it's saying, okay, like they're not gonna like that. They'd rather you see you just as mad as them. They are like, they want to see that feedback, they want to see that reaction, and it's also showing them like, okay, this person is almost winning in a way because they're so calm and collected. They're not going all crazy. I don't like this. They should be just as crazy. And so people are also gonna see you in a bad light for that. They're just gonna continue on that tangent of, you know, craziness, or get even more mad at you for not showing any, not giving any response to, you know, your madness. And it's happened before, and it does happen to a lot of people. And if you're, you know, for the viewers at home, Adrian, I know you're back watching. Shut off the Fortnite.
Hey.
But you know, at some point, you're going to realize, like, okay, there is a limit to calmness, right? You can't
Hey, for
always
Adrian.
stay 100% in a state of, you know, zen and peace, because you're going
Yeah,
to
you
realize that at
You'll
some
be a
point
pussy.
you need to step in or put your foot down.
You need
and
to
s-
establish dominance.
Exactly. So you need to
bed.
establish some sort of dominance and say, okay, no, this is my territory. And even though I'm not gonna give in to your conflict, I'm not gonna give you the benefit of you wanting a reaction out of me. I'm still gonna show you that, hey, if you go over this line, bad things will happen. And that's something that people that are stoic can also show without even actually showing anger
Emotion.
or a very bad, you know, like without giving a bad reaction, basically. And it can be done many ways. It can be with even just with a gaze. You know, you can look at them. You can give them that you know, the with the eyes. You know, you can look at them in the eyes and give them that gaze that it's kind of feels like danger to the person, or your stance in a way. Even just your words with your tone of voice, just demonstrate that, okay, I can stay calm, but if you cross that line, things are gonna go sideways for you. So
Yeah. I think nonetheless, if more people were calm in this world, we would definitely have less problems. Especially, and I
Yes.
think this is a very important topic, is with in the Western world, a lot of these activists, you know, the couple examples that come off the top of my head are, you know, the push for teaching about, you know, same sex and transgenderism to the young population, or, you know, these sort of radical ideologies that is not accepted and hasn't been accepted throughout time. is their blatant need to just promote and shout and continuously just defend like
Even
it's the
bark.
only essence of their life. Yeah, but both as an example is if they can stay calm and really just listen and really dynamically just understand the landscape, there would be less problems. I mean, the shouting is not going to help. It's only going to fuel the other people to get angry at the other side. Hence why there are protests on both
Yes.
sides. You'll see both sides. So
Yeah,
that's
and
really
a
what I
lot
wanted
of
to
these
say.
people that again that are protesting, that are these so-called activists that they want to do, create some sort of change, with the whatever message they're trying to push. And when they're protesting, they're very emotional, right? They're yelling, they're barking, they're sometimes even rioting, destroying, and looting. And you look at these people, you can see through their hearts as well. It's like they're so angry, almost
Souls are
just with
broken.
themselves, like they can't contain themselves. You know, they can't hand out this message in any other way
Hate.
anger, or all these tough emotions. And it just goes to show, like, okay,
Yeah.
if
Well said.
yeah, it's this is also another reason why I can stay calm and collected, because I also realize, like, okay, this person is maybe also not well, and I don't necessarily want to deal with that. I hope they get better. I
Yeah,
hope
right.
they
It's
get
like
better.
arguing with, it's who you're arguing with, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're arguing with an idiot, you can never win. Even if your
Exactly.
argument is correct, you'll never be able to change their mind. So, tip
Right.
for everyone here, if you ever get an argument with an idiot, don't defend it. Just let him speak. You're not changing
Exactly.
his mind. And sometimes it's just how it is. You got to think ahead. It's like chess.
That's why I don't argue with guy one. Yeah.
What?
But
Oh,
I
for you
also
to like
I
not. Oh, okay.
I was
I see. I
also
get the joke.
I was also gonna say the um
Yeah, and that's why we don't listen to Guy 2. He doesn't even know what he's saying.
I forgot, I lost my train of thoughts.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I
We'll
think a
get back
big
to
thing.
you.
Yeah, we'll get back to you. I think a big thing that we need
I
to
fell
also keep
asleep,
in
sorry.
mind. Yeah, this guy went on sleep mode. One thing we have to keep in mind when it comes to all of this is you need to be able to, of course, interact with everyone and distinguish, what type of person am I speaking to? Is it someone like I'm trustworthy of? Do I really want to listen to his points? Is he living a life or she living the life or
Well,
values that they carry that I want to enact and sort of promote? And if you really ask those questions, you will get far in life with, again, who you surround yourself with, what you learn from, who you learn from, and what you avoid.
and going back to what Ty was saying, I just remember I was gonna say
And he's back,
basically
or she.
people that are very negative in their like way of speaking about something, or they're very against something, or they're just, it's mostly they're very hateful, is mostly because they don't know how to express themselves, and they feel like no one really listens to them properly, no one understands them, and they only listen to them when they're yelling, when they're talking about when they're making things like
The
bigger
frustration
than
will
what
kick in, right?
exactly. They're basically they're frustrated, so they realize the only way that you can understand is if you also become frustrated. So they're gonna basically push that negativity to you, so that you also take it and push it back, right?
Yeah.
So this whole narrative is very fucked up and it's negative.
Yeah, and
It's
there's a
very
lot of it in the
bad.
world. There's a lot of negativity in the world.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other things that start with N.
And it does, I mean, you can look at the statistics. Unfortunately, we have the most suicides, ever.
Yeah.
And especially to the younger population, right? And I really think that this is a correlation, this sort of negative influence online and sort of the lack of awareness that people have. And this is why on the podcast, we encourage everyone to think critically and really just deep dive into what you're learning, because that does play a truly big role
Very big.
into one's psyche. And I just really think it's something that's not talked about often. The idea of this sort of sentiment online and what you follow and what's popular may not be really good for you. And can lead to these sort of behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna make fun of Guy too, but we know some people that sort of have these sort of tendencies, and we want to help fix that.
That's a very personal topic that I did not want the viewers to know about Guy One. So, fuck you.
Okay, what's up with you and Miss Monica? What? Why is that negative?
Oh my, wait.
All right, so while we have Guy 2 gone, I want Ty to really just tell me your honest opinions on Guy 2. Do we love him?
Yes, he's very much appreciated in this show, and he's a crucial part of this show, or this podcast. And without him, well, there wouldn't really be a Mystery Talks, let's be honest.
Please blur that, editor.
He will not.
Oh, really? No, we will not. We want the folks
Yeah.
in the audience to really listen.
We don't pay him $5,000 for nothing, okay? He's gonna do his job correctly.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
for
let him
sure.
do his thing.
Okay. Well, I like that. I think Guy 2 wants to say a message. He hasn't really been able to talk as much just because, I don't know, maybe his points weren't that valid. I don't know. Guy 2, there was something you wanted to say.
Yeah, Miss Monica.
Yeah, so what's
No,
the
I
deal
want-
here? What's the
No,
drama
no,
here?
no. Okay, no. You know what? There's drama in right now. There's a big drama. I don't know if you guys heard of two clothing brands by the name of RAWGEAR and Young LA.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love
basically-
one of them.
Let's talk
So
about these
basically,
two
yeah.
clothing brands that I have no clue. Actually, I know Raw Gear. I know Raw Gear.
How'd you know
And
Raw Gear?
at first I thought Young LA was a rapper until you said it was a clothing brand.
Sounds
so.
like a rapper. It's a clothing brand. And RAWGEAR, if the folks in the audience don't know, is from the famous YouTuber, bodybuilding YouTuber Bradley Martin. He made
Yeah, he's
RAWGEAR.
260.
Yeah,
He
he's
would fight you.
260.
He's I think he's 260 or like something else.
Yeah, he
But
says
he
he
will
can
fight
fight any. Yeah,
fight
exactly. He'll
anyone.
fight anyone, and he can beat any
We
single
should
person.
call him
Apparently,
out. We should call him out. Guy one, you should call him
Yeah.
out.
let's do it.
Yeah, we'll have
Or
him
I'll
on
call him
a
out.
on
I'll
a
call him
future
out.
episode.
Yeah,
But do
we'll
know he's
discuss why I
260
can
though.
destroy
If
him.
he's still relevant. If he's still.
Yeah,
But
for
I was
sure.
gonna say, so basically the beef is, I actually really like Barley. Jokes aside, he is
What's the drama here?
controversial.
Let's spoil
he
it.
is he is controversial at times, but he's a very real person, right? He's very emotional. He cries on camera, which some might say maybe he's abusing it. He's using this as a narrative to appear better. But it is also it shows he is.
All right, what's the
genuine
drama?
in some cases, and in this case, right? RAWGEAR and Young LA. Okay, RAWGEAR is a clothing brand that Bradley made long time. He's been basically building his brand for a couple years now.
Yeah, he was
And-
like the original Gymshark. Let's just say that.
Exactly. So RAWGEAR has existed for some time, and Bradley had people on his team, specifically two brothers that were working with him, basically, in the beginning, and those brothers basically started using Bradley's knowledge, Bradley's customer list, his shipping methods, his suppliers, all this, and they made their own brand called Young LA, right? So they kind of took everything Bradley had founded, his foundation, and just made it better. And Bradley was he did never disclose about this until recently, when Young LA started basically exposing, or they started talking shit about RAWGEAR. So now Bradley's coming out and saying these guys basically stole a lot of money from my company. They stole my customer list, and they're profiting on this. And this whole like bodybuilder social media thing is people are being sponsored. So you might go see these like fitness guys on YouTube. They're sponsored by one of these companies. Either it's Gymshark, Young LA, or RAWGEAR. RAWGEAR is not as rich, so Young LA and Gymshark have most of the athletes, and most of the athletes that started, they were with RAWGEAR, and then they basically went to bigger deals. And Bradley just started exposing basically people who backstabbed them, fake people in the industry, where people would do anything for money, and how people change when it comes to money. So that was the whole
Interesting. So
video.
something
Yeah.
similar to what we were talking about earlier in this episode.
exactly, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was.
Money changes
And it's-
people.
Yeah, and it is the
Common
idea
behavior.
of people basically switching up as soon as a couple $100 come around the table.
Unfortunately, that's the case with people, right? Like Guy too. No, I'm kidding. Some YouTubers are actually they don't think for themselves. They they just care about money. They don't care about reputation. And drama like this is just a display of human behavior. Like some people will just be with you for the idea of you being famous, for instance, or you being, I don't know, popular. And once they get the position to where they don't need you, unfortunately in life, that's what happens. They will leave. And that's backstabbing 101, right? Like in this,
Yeah.
bodybuilding industry, you have RAWGEAR, which essentially brought up these people, taught them everything, and
Yeah.
for most people, like they would appreciate that. But there are some who really just gain that for themselves and don't necessarily pay back by staying loyal to them and helping grow that business.
Yep.
They'll instead take their own thing, and that's a perfect display of it. And I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I think those people will have their own fallout in the future. The kind of people that are, oh, guy two, you're very useful to me now. Let me leech off of you. And okay,
Yeah.
fast forward. Okay, I got everything I wanted. Go fuck yourself, guy two. I don't need you anymore. You're never useful to me.
I don't know if you guys ever had this. It's like in school.
Wait, you called me a guy.
I said if you guys. Or if you girls.
All right.
Oh my god.
There you go. Better.
If you, they, them.
Thank you.
They slash them.
Mystery podcasts were very inclusive.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. If you
They them.
unicorns ever had any... If you guys went to school, you had basically in your class, you had the tryhards, right? They would do anything to get the best grade. So they would basically... I had a few in my class.
I envied them.
Me too. They would basically they would like go to the smartest people in the class and be like, oh, let's do this together. Be my teammate.
Yeah.
And they were usually like, and they would leech off these people, right? They would basically talk shit behind their back, be fake as fuck. But when it came to like grades, oh my god, I love you. You're such a great person. Let's do this project
that's
together.
The truth.
I was on the other
Let's
side of the
together.
aisle, sadly. I did shit in school, so nobody wanted to be in my group. Yeah.
My
Sorry.
goodness.
We'll cut
funny
that
though,
part
like-
out. Nobody wants to hear that.
We love Ty. Ty's a genius here. I think one big thing that I always have in mind, and you just brought this up from a tangent guy too, is with people. So the idea of talking shit behind someone is one of the worst things I think I could do as someone I consider a friend, because I want his name and reputation to be well and good when others, or he doesn't see it, and when others think of him, because I would be the one to rather say shit in his face and make fun of him right in front of him than to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Right? Be nice to him when I see him and talk shit.
It
want the
doesn't
opposite.
feel right at all. And I don't know how people can do that. I don't know how they
Yeah.
can put on that facade, like that mask, and, be completely someone else in front of them and a different person when, behind their back. So I don't know how people can do that.
It's just sad. It's to a point where people don't really care about genuine like interactions. They don't care about friendships. They don't care about things that basically will dictate your life in the future, your surrounding.
And there's
Well, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I mean, there's this culture of, just chasing the bag, getting the girls, getting the quick 15 minutes of fame. And so people will do anything right now to get that. I mean, some people might say that we're hypocrites, and because we're starting up this YouTube channel, talking about controversial topics, talking about things that are trendy, doing things to maybe get those numbers. So in a way, I mean, we're all doing it, but we're being at least
There's nothing wrong
genuine
with that.
in what we're doing and transparent.
I'll
Just
say the
as
N-word.
transparent
Which is much important.
as our sponsorship, like Naked, very healthy, and our Patreon. Go subscribe down below. The best content you can get there. So it's only $5 a month. You
I
broke
was
ass, so
gonna
go
say-
subscribe to it. Give us your money. Okay. So guy two, you were
I was gonna
saying.
say, we should make a like a small video for Patreon, like a small like topic, and right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, we can talk about anything. We can talk about.
We love it.
I
I'll
think
never
we
be
can
the
now
same.
cut back to the pod.
Yeah.
All right,
Get back
thank you.
to the main topic.
So for the people who didn't watch the Patreon, we actually revealed our faces. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
We,
a
we
little
revealed
scary.
who we are and what we
Yeah.
actually do in real life. So if you're interested in
Yeah.
seeing that,
And we actually unveiled the Miss Monica story, which had a very dark ending.
Or just no, we didn't unveil anything. It was just a small secret that you got basically you got a little bit of a back end too. So
Yeah, basically.
okay. Well, I have a question on back on the topic at hand that
this
we
is
were
a mess.
that
This is a fucking mess.
it was a little drama topic, but okay. Guy 2, your team Young LA or RAWGEAR?
RAWGEAR.
Okay, you're RAWGEAR, and guy 1, I'm assuming RAWGEAR as well.
Young LA for sure, Young LA, yeah, because I like their clothing
Really?
and it's very famous. Yeah, of course they make good clothing. I don't care about drama.
Oh,
Okay, but
interesting take.
Damn. So okay. Well, that's the thing. I would obviously Young LA.
Because if I'm a
gear has
customer
better-
and I never heard
Yeah.
of raw gear and I see Young LA, all I'm gonna see is clothing from Young LA, and
That's
I'll
a
look
very
at it.
good point.
Sponsors,
Well,
so
very
I'll
good
see
point.
it's
That's
business,
why
right?
Young LA is doing better than RAWGEAR, right?
Yeah,
Basically Young LA, what they're doing, they're taking other people's designs and just tweaking it,
Making
or
it
using
better.
the same thing,
yeah.
making it better. Exactly how they did with RAWGEAR. They saw what was working with RAWGEAR, and they just made it better. They're doing the
Wow.
same thing with Gymsharks and all these other clothing brands. There are nothing special.
Wow,
as a
so
customer
this
who
is
doesn't
like
know-
this is kind of like a Facebook Mark Zuckerberg,
It
stole the
is.
company
Yeah,
kind of.
all industries, like every
Wow.
industry that starts,
That's-
it's not the first company which is the best, it's
You
the one
know,
that adapts
that-
from the first and really pushes.
Exactly.
So there's a
Apple,
pattern.
you think
Wow.
all these companies, they
Yeah,
Well,
loads of companies before Apple which wanted to make a phone and they didn't do it. Apple did it the best, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
or just like Steve Jobs never had the idea. He was never the engineer behind it. He was just the mastermind who basically
Exactly.
had-
Well,
He hired the
Well,
engineers.
business.
well,
They had
Apple
the
is not
business
a.
mind.
They don't actually make anything. They're just a design company,
No.
right? All of their
Yeah.
parts
Yeah.
come from like Samsung, Sony, and a bunch of different companies.
Yep,
yeah,
yep, Taiwan.
Thai Express.
So, I think we've discovered a lot of interesting ideas this podcast. Let's talk about the final topic of the podcast. And this is a special for guy 1, me, because I thought of this topic. So, yeah.
Actually, wait.
So,
you said the last topic. Sorry to cut you off there. You said the last topic, right? But I see here on the spreadsheet there's 2 topics. So I say we live in a democracy. Let's vote. Okay. Let's do a quick poll, and we'll do a quick raise your hand who prefers this or the other topic. So there's
Yeah, we'll cut
is
this. We'll
is
cut
lottery a scam, or why do men like motorcycles? Okay, so 2 very random, very interesting topics that we can definitely go off on. So, okay, is lottery a scam? Raise your hand. Who would like to talk about that? I'll raise my hand. Okay, so we got 2 people. Why do men like motorcycles? Raise your hand. Okay, let me see. We got. I don't think. Are you guys raising your hands? I can't see anything. Okay, well, give a couple more seconds. Okay, well, it seems
I
like
think you
nobody
can
raised their
see.
hand. I think we'll go with lottery.
Hey, no.
Yeah, I think he's right. Let's talk about lottery. Why is lottery a scam? Start with that type.
Well, no,
Alright.
it's not why is lottery a scam. Is lottery a scam? So we
Let
don't
me
know if
answer.
it is or it's
I got
not.
the answer. I
You
know
got the
my
answer?
Shut
Well,
the fuck
I
up.
have an
Ty, please
opinion
go
about
ahead.
this. I have an opinion
Shut
about
the fuck
this.
up, guy one.
And I would say, not for 100%
Fuck
fact.
you.
Again, this is just a podcast where we reveal our opinions. We're not we're not speaking facts, so we're not trying to hurt any company or government body. Okay, don't come after us, Matrix. Now, I have an opinion that a lot of lottery winners, I feel, are not handpicked or cherry picked, but it's always, I've seen a pattern that it's always people that tend to live obviously in lower income neighborhoods where, you know, maybe they don't have access to much education. They don't really know about money. They don't know how to, like, if they were to win the lottery, they would probably spend it all in, you know, in a couple of years and stay broke. And that's exactly what happens. A lot of
that's
lottery
why this is why lottery companies will have motivation to do this, because they know the money will be circulating back into the people's hands.
Yeah. So, okay, it's a scam. 100% confirmed. Mystery talks unveiled. Okay, next topic. Why do men like motorcycles?
I like that.
Guy one.
I mean,
Guy
but
one.
before we go on to that, I just one more thing about lotteries. It's never ever buy a lottery. Invest in businesses. Invest in something that's meaningful. Imagine telling your kids you got rich because you won the lottery. You would be a coward. No one would respect you, and you have nothing to your name and nothing to prove. So never ever do it. Now let's answer: are motorcycles something that men like?
Straight to
Yes
the
or
point.
no? Yes, sir. I think motorcycles
Are manly.
is manly. It's an essence to.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Motorcycles are designed for one thing only. It's speed. And do they account safety? No. So the idea of a motorcycle is you go really, really fast as a sports car for basically such a low price. But the only caveat is you're trading possibility of dying, which is exponentially increased when you're with a motorcycle.
That's why you look cool. That's basically why you look cool.
You are
because it's
living
like-
on the edge, right?
Yeah.
And
So
is that
something
masculine, being
something
fearless?
that, yeah, men like doing a lot, living life on the edge, doing stupid things, going very fast, and buying things that are big.
Dab on that.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, that's all I want to say.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I have a neighbor. I was walking the other day.
Whoa.
And,
Okay, we'll blur that word out. I don't know why you would
exactly.
just say
I
that
don't know
word
why
out
you'd
of
say
nowhere.
that word so blatantly
Okay,
with the
like,
pronunciation with the
okay,
N, which is
exactly.
so unnecessary.
Hard R.
Neighbor. Well, I swear. No,
and once again,
neighbor.
You said,
there we go.
Oh my
Can you
god.
stop? Guy 2, man.
Guy 2.
Sheesh.
Jesus.
Please, this is cool. This is a good story. I'm just walking, and then I would see this guy, right? And then he's old, right? It's a grandpa, and then I see him in a motorcycle, like these Harley motorcycles. This guy is
Harley Davidson, yeah.
cool as fuck, but he's not going fast. That's the thing. He's going like super. He was not going super slow, but he's going to like on the speed limit.
Moderately.
But he's like this, like the whole like aesthetic of like the motorcycle and him, spot on. I was like, wow, this guy.
Yeah, it's the aesthetic, the sound of the motor,
Yeah.
The appeal is
design.
there. Yeah.
He probably had like a long beard, leather jacket, black glasses, tattoos on his
stereotypical.
arms, right?
Oh, for
Like,
sure. Part-time criminal.
Sometimes I see him and I talk to him, right? And I didn't know he had a motorcycle. I just found this out recently. I really wanted to go and be like, yo, I want to look that cool when I'm that age. I really wanted to tell him that. So if you're listening, that's what I want to tell you.
Okay, interesting take, Guy 2. I want to ask you guys, though, with this adrenaline rush because let's be honest, most people will not buy...
Whoa. They/them. My neighbor.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to say, let's be honest. If you have a motorcycle, you're not going to be... Most likely, you're young, you're not going to get a Harley Davidson. That's for old people, let's be honest. That as well, of course.
Is there anyone
have a
who's
family
gay who drives a motorcycle? This could be
No.
a short.
That is a
This
good
could be
question.
short.
I don't think so.
So,
Do
do
gay
gay people
Yeah, you get
drive
canceled, you said.
motorcycles? I'm
Comment
not
down
getting
below,
canceled.
guys. What do you guys think?
I don't
Yeah.
think gay people can drive motorcycles because the men who drive motorcycles respect men who also drive motorcycles, and if they see a gay guy,
I think
They are gonna get their ass kicked.
think gay men don't drive motorcycles because, when you're driving a motorcycle, you want to go super fast in a straight line, and gay men can't think straight.
That's
Oh!
very deep. That's very deep and very
That's
thoughtful
facts.
of you. And I would say, I think the reason why gay men don't drive motorcycles is because you need to have big balls. Basically, whenever, I don't know if you guys...
to get sucked on by women. What?
Yeah. Besides that, is basically whenever you sit on a motorcycle, there's a designed spot for your balls, right? And gay men don't have that. So whenever they basically sit on a motorcycle, it's like it doesn't
It's
turn
gonna
on
feel
because
weird.
you
Yeah.
need pressure on that seat.
Yeah.
So hence that's why they can't even drive the motorcycle.
Yeah, I agree. That's a very interesting point, and that's why it's masculine, the motorcycle. So if you are a dude that just wants to be validated and is not that rich, you
Mm.
can get a motorcycle, if you don't care about life, because you're gonna get the adrenaline. We can discuss whether that adrenaline is worth it or not, because I'm gonna ask you guys and girls a question. If you had the money, right, to buy a sports
Mm.
car and not think about it, would you buy a motorcycle or would you buy a sports car? Let's be honest. Is there any chance you would ever buy a motorcycle? And let's not given the fact that you already have like 20 supercars. Let's start with Ty.
Would I buy a motorcycle or a sports car?
If you had the money,
if I had the
would you
money?
buy a motorcycle instead of buying a sports car?
But wait, before
Oh,
you
but
say,
I
before
but
you say
you
your
but you said
answer-
I already have a bunch of sports cars,
yeah, that's
right?
the thing. That's the thing.
No, I'm saying if you don't have a bunch of sports cars.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So again, this is a I'm
You
a
can reiterate the question for the folks.
well, no, that's okay. Here's the thing. I'm more of a classy man, I would say. I don't dislike motorcycles. I actually really like them. I would probably buy a motorcycle just to have it as like a toy in my garage where I could maintain it, look at it. But I'm more of a, Bentley, old Mercedes,
Elegance.
classy cars. Not really
Cadillac.
Right.
Cadillac.
Cadillac, yeah, here and there.
Dodge Demon SRT in the hood.
But actually, one of my dream cars is a Aston Martin DBS. It's the James Bond car.
Nice.
That one there is probably one of the most beautiful cars.
Really beautiful. Yeah.
It's $50 million. I don't have that kind of money yet, but
Whoa. Really?
yeah,
50 million for a DBS? Why?
yeah, the Aston Martin, the James Bond one specifically.
The original. Okay, you're talking about the antique.
Yeah,
DBS.
exactly.
Interesting. I thought you were talking about the new versions. I like
No,
Aston.
no,
but
not the
it's
new one.
beautiful.
I really like old looking cars.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Old Rolls Royce also look very nice.
Yeah. That's the thing with these old cars. Although they've lost value, I think the beauty and design will always be there,
Yeah.
regardless of time.
Exactly. It's like an art piece, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think you gotta enjoy art. I think.
Okay, well, I think we could start
the
wrapping
reason
it up.
why, yeah, before we go on to the wrapping up part, please, I want the audience to take in mind, whenever you have such an important decision like buying a motorcycle, I think it's pretty important. I'm not gonna lie, because if you have it, you have to think of the lives around you, because you gotta know how you
Right.
behave. If you seek the adrenaline and you love to speed, is that risk really worth that? Because it is a serious topic, because when you do go high speeds,
Yes.
it's not just you that's the problem. It's that the other cars beside you, they might hit you
Yeah.
and you will never know who hit
Exactly.
you.
So you have to be
Basically-
responsible, and we don't condone negative or bad actions on this channel. We only promote positivity.
Yeah, just don't be irresponsible and an
Wait,
idiot.
wait. Basically, what Guy 1 is trying
Guy
to say is, imagine you have a family, right? You have a wife, and you're riding a motorcycle, and then you crash, you die, and you basically see your soul is still alive, right? You basically see your wife remarrying and getting fucked by another dude.
Oh,
Would you want that, huh?
my-
Would you want that? Would you want your
Goddamn.
kid to be
My wife would never.
basically? Would you want your kid to be grown by another guy, huh? Or do you want it to be grown up
Damn.
or taught by you? That's
Yeah.
the real question.
Facts.
So make good decisions.
I agree. All right. That's it.
That's
We
it
love
for
you
tonight's
guys
show.
and girls.
This has been Mystery Talks Podcast, the #1 most watched, most intellectual, most handsome podcast in the world. We will be back with another episode and a million more. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment down below, hit the notification bell, follow our social media, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Meta, you know, Bumble, Tinder, everywhere. Go follow us down there, and yeah, stay tuned for all our updates, and yeah, make sure to follow us so you stay tuned with all the information and the news, and that way you can stay up to date and know when we're gonna upload and know about all the things we're gonna come up with in our latest episodes, because this is episode 8, right? And then it's gonna be episode 9 for the next one. Obviously, like the 9 comes after 8, so it's gonna be a handful of good topics, and yeah, follow and subscribe, and yeah, this has been it. All right, thank you guys for watching. You can put your finger down now. Peace.